Reacted angrily to the opening of a European Union office in Tehran, saying it's a grave mistake because Iran hasn't changed. They are still the greatest sponsor of terrorism in the world. That Islamic terrorism is a threat not only to Israel, as we've seen, but also to the entire world. One Islamic expert says America's military might won't even be enough to defeat the terrorists unless it has the values and will to fight. And as Chris Mitchell tells us, that expert is offering some unique advice.
If America and Europe want victory over radical Islam, they need to embrace their Christian roots, according to Harold Rhode, religious Jew and expert on Islam.
The Christian world is a very powerful world if it chooses to be. It has enormous abilities. I want you Christians to believe in your values.
Rhode lived and studied in universities in the Islamic world for years. He advised the U.S. Defense Department on Islamic affairs for nearly 3 decades. He says the view of peace takes on totally different meanings between Muslims and the West.
Peace in the West is let bygones be bygones. Let's say you and I had terrible problems in the past. We sit down, you give a little, I give a little, we shake hands. We don't forget what happened, but we work together towards our new goal. We put the past behind us.
As for Islam,
revenge is the basis of everything. If you don't avenge something, you lose personal honor. You are shamed. So there's never peace. You do not let bygones be bygones.
And what the West calls terrorism, Muslims see as classic Islamic warfare.
Islamic warfare comes basically from the time of the Quran. They were tribes fighting tribes out in the desert. You raid the other side. You take its property, you take its women, you take its children. Your goal is to make the other side afraid. You raid and withdraw. Eventually, by making the other side afraid, they withdraw and you take their territory. That's what terrorism is.
But Rhode told CBN News America can fight it and win.
America and Europe has unbelievable, awesome power. But we don't seem to have the stomach now to use it. Power without the will to use it is irrelevant.
If Washington would stand tough, he said, many Muslims would cheer.
You would be surprised the amount of Muslims would say, thank God. Would they say it publicly? Not in the beginning, because they'd be afraid that they'd be killed by fellow Muslims.
According to Rhode, that's where America needs to return to its roots.
But I want Christians to believe in Jesus. I want them to observe Christian values. With that, America is safe. Europe is safe. Israel is safe. The world will be safe.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.